Hello and welcome to justcomparecars.com. My name's James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video for this 2018 68 plate Ford Ranger 3.2 TDCI 200 Wildtrak Auto. It's done just 18,000 miles and it's got full service history with 2 stamps in the book. Now believe it or not, this actually is a 2018, however it was registered on the 20th of December 2018. So it's just 10 or 11 days short of being a 2019 truck. And I'm sure you'll agree it does show in the condition of this as we go around it. It's also got the remaining amount of manufacturer's warranty from Ford, which when new would have been 3 years or 60,000 miles. So there's still quite a lot left on that. Okay, so once you've watched the video, if you're happy with what you see and you want to buy it, a small deposit will secure it and we can pretty much deliver it anywhere in the world. Obviously in the UK it's a little bit easier. I need a postcode and I can give you a price to do that. If you're looking to finance a truck, an application takes approximately 5 minutes and we can usually get you a decision within about an hour. In most cases you'll be asked for a deposit to cover the VAT, but obviously we can get around that sometimes, depends on you and your personal circumstances. Once you've watched the video, if you think I've missed something or if you want to see something in a little bit more detail, please give me a shout. I'm more than happy to do anything that you need to obviously make you feel comfortable about making a purchase. End of the day, we do understand it's a lot of money and it's got to be right for you. Okay, so let's start with the bonnet and then we can work our way around from there. Hopefully you can see from the image, it's an exceptionally clean condition. It's in exceptionally clean condition throughout, to be honest with you, but obviously let me show you and walk you through that. In regards to the bonnet itself, you do sometimes see a few stone chips on the front leading edge here. There aren't many, if there are any at the minute. There's one there. It's tiny, but that's probably about the only thing I can actually see. There's a very light scratch there. I can't feel it on my fingers, which would usually suggest that it would potentially polish out. Okay, driver's side headlight, the grille and the passenger side headlight are all in great condition. There's no damage. The front bumper, which obviously integrates the front grille as well, hopefully you can see from that. Again, it's also in very good condition. Just check, I think that might be, there's a small stone chip there. I'm not sure if it might be a little bit of muck. I think it's coming off actually, so ignore that. Okay, so passenger side front wing, and as you can see it's in great condition. There's no obvious marks, scratches or dents. It's in really good condition. Passenger side front wheel and tyre, the wheel's in great condition. Tyre, I would say, as a guess, probably 5 or 6 millimeters tread. The windscreen, again, is in great condition. There's no signs of any stone chips or cracks. Everything looks really nice and clean. Passenger side mirror back is clean, there's no damage. And that's the same for the actual mirror itself as well. Okay, so let's go down the passenger side, and hopefully you can see from that the paint's in fantastic condition, and there aren't, if there are, I can't see them, but let's have a quick look. I don't think there's any marks or dents on it. No, it's really in good condition. One more pass just to make sure. Over the top. On the roof. All in great condition. Rear spoiler. Okay, so on to the rear quarter. Now, I'm sure if you're reading this, or watching this rather, you'll know that this vehicle is a Euro 6 or ULEZ vehicle, which is ultra low emission zone compliant. It's a Euro 6 engine. It's got AdBlue. There you go, as you can see, which reduces the emissions down. So it means if you go into a ULEZ area or a congestion charge area, this vehicle should actually duck you underneath that. So rear wheel and tyre, passenger side. It's a Continental tyre. The wheel's in great condition. There's actually a little bit more tread on the rear ones. I'd say 7 or 8 mil. Rear quarter again, as you can see. Zoom that out. And there's no obvious marks or dents. Passenger side tail light, great condition, no damage. Tailgate. And the tailgate's in fantastic condition as well, no damage that I can see. The only thing I can see is across the top here, there's a very few fine marks, but nothing serious at all. Rear bumper, again, is in great condition, there's no damage. You'll notice that they have got reversing sensors and also a camera. I will show you that working when we get inside. It's got a tow bar. It has been used at some point, but it doesn't like it's been used heavily. And it's got the later style electrics. Let's have a quick look in the back. So in the back, it's obviously been used. Not heavily though. A good way to tell is if you look at these actual vanes here, you can see that they're not actually damaged. So it's not like had bricks and stuff in the back of there or anything like that. It's just obviously had something, but nothing seriously heavy. As you can see, it's in really nice clean condition. Right, so onto the driver's side. Taillight's in great condition. Let's look down the rear quarter. And again, it's in fantastic condition with no obvious damage. Rear spoiler this side, and again, it's in fantastic condition. It's in fantastic condition throughout, to be honest, but obviously that's what we're here for. So, driver's side rear wheel and tyre, it's a matching tyre, and it's matching tread depth to the opposite axle, so there's lots of tread on that one. Let's have a look at the roof on this side. And again, it's in fantastic condition. Okay, so let's work our way down the driver's side. Let me zoom out a little bit again. So hopefully you can see from that mirror image, the doors are in fantastic shape. And there's no obvious damage. So one more quick pass, just make sure I've not missed anything. So actually, as it goes, I've not actually seen a dent on this vehicle yet. It's that clean. Okay, so driver's side wing. And again, it's in fantastic condition. There's not a dent on the car, which is unreal, really. Just goes to show how well it's been looked after. Driver's side front wheel and tyre. So good news, it's a full set of Continental tyres all round, all matching. And the tread depth's matching to the opposite axle. Mirror back. Driver's side is very clean, as is the mirror. Okay, so on to the interior. Let me just zoom out for this. Okay, so driver's door card is in great condition, there's no damage. Everything's really nice and clean. On the armrest, 4 electric windows, your window lock, and then up above is your door lock. Driver's seat, great news. The panel's not cracked or scratched. It's actually in fantastic condition. I'm sure if you've looked at a few of these, you'll have seen them with that panel damaged. It just goes to show how well this vehicle's been looked after. It's a fully electric seat, so it will go forwards, it will go backwards. You can bring the seat base up entirely like that, and down. And if you watch this part here, you can actually lift that up. As you can see, you can bring the tip up. So there's lots of different manoeuvrability on the vehicle to ensure that you get a comfortable seating position. Backrest will go forwards and backwards as well. And all that works perfectly. The actual seat itself, no real surprises with such a low mileage. The bolster actually feels like new. Both sides, all the material is very clean, and it's very comfortable to sit in as well. Let me just jump in. So, on the interior, there are 2 keys, and I presume that's a service key. Let's start it up. Fires into action straight away, no problems at all. No smoke on cold start. It just runs beautifully, actually, to be fair. The steering wheel, as you can see, there's no wear damage. It's all nice and clean. At 18,000 miles, it's not done a great deal, and it's been well serviced, so it goes without saying that it's been really well looked after. On the dashboard, you can see there's no warning lights, apart from obviously that is the handbrake. Other than that, nice and clean, no problems at all. So the steering wheel, to the right hand side, this top part here controls this part here. So what you can do is you can choose what it displays. So your fuel, you can have your speedometer, distance to empty, or your revs. You can also go through it and have different things on there. So your trip computer, fuel economy, average speed, stuff like that. I personally think it looks better with the revs like that, and then the fuel to the left. And then opposite side, basically the same thing. So this part here controls this part here. So for instance, I prefer it with this, so you can control your radio, as you can see. So you'll do up and down, and then so we're doing on to that one. I don't know what that is. BBC Radio 1 Extra. The alternatives, you can go to the left and you can choose navigation, or you can choose your phone, so you can view your phone. Obviously there's no phone connected. And then to the lower part here is your cruise control. It's self-explanatory. And then the lower part here controls your media center, so your volume, voice command, you can mute, you can answer your phone and you hang up from there. So I'm working on to the media center itself. I'm sure you'll agree it's one of the best media centers in a pickup truck that you can get. Obviously this is the home screen, so you'll get to the left hand side your map. To your right hand side upper is your radio station that you're on. If you've got your phone connected, it will show here, and then these are heated seats as well. I'll tell you what, let's just switch that off for a second, it's a bit noisy. And then the lower part here is in regards to the actual system itself. So if you look at audio first, obviously you've got your DAB, you've got pre-populated radio stations, and then you've got the 6 presets that you've got there, and then you've got choice of more throughout in blocks. Obviously this one has just had 6. What I quite like is when you're on the home page here, you can click on sources, and from there you can get to all your music sources, so your Bluetooth audio, your CD player, your DAB, and AM and FM. Onto the climate control, I can tell you that the air conditioning does definitely work. I've just had it on and it is very cold and it works perfectly, but it's dual zone climate control. I'm sure you're aware of this. Basically the left hand side can have it on warm, the right hand side can have it on cold. It's up to you really. When you put your phone on there, you can pair a phone. Obviously there's no
Search
phone.
for your vehicle on your device and select it once it is found.
There you go, as you go, as she says. You can pair a phone from there. Then obviously navigation. I quite like the navigation screens on these because they're very similar to a mobile phone, whereas they work very fluid. And like in the Navaras, for instance, they're not that quick. They are a little bit lagging and slow. Whereas in these, you can literally just move it around like you would be using a phone. What is also good is if you've ever put a postcode into a location and you want to find somewhere and it's not finding it, if you've got an idea approximately where it is you're going, you can use the target like you can there. So if we're going to go to, what's that, Trinity Way, you highlight that, click on start, and it will actually take you to it, no problems at all. Right, so mobile apps. If you've got an Apple phone or an Android phone, this system will work alongside it using Android Play or Apple CarPlay. So that's a really great system to have, obviously. Settings itself, Obviously just the general settings for radio, Bluetooth, mobile applications. It has got Wi-Fi in here as well, and obviously Apple Play and the Android player there. Voice controls on there as well. My personal favourite is ambient lighting, so when it's a bit dark you won't see it today, but you can have different shades of light throughout the vehicle, just to create a subtle light source. It just looks really nice, to be honest with you. Right, so let's come out of there, click on home, just have a look at the reversing camera. As you can see, it's a decent screen, it's nice and clear. What you will notice is upper right, you've got your vehicle here, and that will tell you if you're getting too close to a wall. So that's quite good. Let's have a quick look inside the rest of the truck. So, passenger seat, much like the driver's seat, it doesn't really feel like it's ever been used very much at all, to be honest with you. Obviously, these kind of vehicles, they do lend themselves to people that have got businesses because of the tax and the VAT status. So I would hazard a guess and say that that's probably never been used. It's that comfortable and that, what's the word, the materials are that clean and the bolsters are that firm. But yeah, very nice. Cup holders in the front, armrest, quite like these, because I don't know if you can see that little vent thing there. You can open that or close that, so if you've got your air conditioning on, for instance, you can put a couple of drinks in there, some sandwiches or whatever, and that will blow your air conditioning into there, so it'll keep your drink or your food cold, which is quite nice. 6-speed automatic gearbox. I think the average is about 32-33 miles per gallon. It's going to depend on you and how you drive. Obviously you could potentially get more than that, but it's an average. Dashboard is exceptionally clean, there's no damage. It's really clean throughout, to be honest. No real shocks. I can tell you, as an ex-smoker, it's definitely not been smoked in at all. When you smoke in a vehicle, it leaves a smelly residue, and it's not something that you can ever get rid of. You can't mask it, you can't, it's simple as that. When you're an ex-smoker, you always, I don't know why, you can always pick up on it straight away, but there's no cigarette smell in here at all. It just smells really nice and clean. Right, so sunglasses holder, a spectacle holder, whatever you want to be. The roof lining itself is, again, very clean, and it's free from any damage, and everything just looks really nice and clean, and it just screams 18,000 miles. At the end of the day, it's 2018, it's all but 10 days from a 2019 pickup truck, with very low mileage and exceptionally good service history. Okay, so let's switch the engine off. Oh, so, oops, sorry about that. Bring that round, I don't know what's happened there. So, in the vehicle, full set of Wildtrak overmats, they're all in nice clean condition. It's just clean throughout, isn't it? Into the back. Door card's in great condition. There's no damage anywhere. Rear seats, again, following on from the passenger seat, it doesn't look like it's ever been used. There's no signs of any wear. All the bolsters are extremely firm. They don't feel to me like they've ever been used. It's like getting in a brand new truck. So there's no overmats in the rear, just in the front. But as you can see, it's really clean. Let's just pop the bonnet while we're here, which is just there. Quick look in the passenger side. So again, door cards are exceptionally clean. Everything looks really nice and smart. There's the other overmat. I'm sure you're sick of hearing me talk by now, so I'll keep quiet for this little bit, just obviously showing you again just these little bits. You can actually lift these seats up, so you've got extra space under there, and then you can use your tie it back to the back seat, and obviously you can have those up if you prefer. Obviously entirely up to what you want, what your needs are. We'll show you actually at the back of there. You can push that forwards, and then at the back of there is your tool roll and also your jack. Okay, so let's have a look under the bonnet. Hopefully you're still with me. So another great thing about the Ranger is it's got the pneumatic lifts on the bonnet, so there's no messing about trying to find a stand or whatever. It just lifts up on its own, and as you can see, it's in great condition underneath the bonnet as well as in the engine bay itself. So I know there's a lot of water, it's not been washed, it's just obviously where the truck's been washed, and then it's just come through the gaps and whatever else. So this is as it was when it came here. So the good news is obviously you can see around the turbo unit there's no signs of any oily residue. Down the sides of the engine block, again, there's no signs of any oil leaks or historic oil leaks. Everything's really nice and clean and dry. Oops, camera's having a moment. And that's the same throughout. Obviously it's got full service history. It's had 2 services in total in its last couple of years of life. So obviously all the fluids are nice and clean and to the correct levels, and as you would expect to find it. Obviously it's worth remembering you have got 3 years or 60,000 miles manufacturer's warranty with the vehicle when it's new, so there's actually quite a lot left on it. So that's always a nice thing for peace of mind, to know that you've got that extra buffer, if you like. Right, so let's have a quick look underneath. Hopefully we can see from that. Right, so you can see underneath the actual engine itself, there's no signs of any historic oil leaks, and there's no signs of any oil leaks. You can see that it's in fantastic condition throughout, and it's nice and dry. So the chassis is in great condition. Rear diff's in great condition. Let's try and get underneath. So it's got a full-size alloy as a spare, so that's good news. And it looks to have got a brand new tyre on there as well. So everything looks really nice and dry and clean under there, and everything's in great condition. Okay, so hopefully I've shown you everything that you would need to see if you were here in person, and probably a little bit more. I realise that what are we on, 23 minutes, it's quite long, but I'd rather show you absolutely everything than not enough. So thanks for watching and sticking with me, I really appreciate it. More importantly, stay safe, look after yourself, bye bye.